Howdy, howdy.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all righty. Looks like we're on my list. Roads in Serrano will be up. The deputy's just next door doing a pod check. So, but we're
Okay.
early. We got time.
Yep.
I'll hopefully I'll get them out in that exact order. Roads in Serrano, but we're here.
Okay.
All right. See you
All
later.
right. See you later.
Bye.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge. I have Mr. Rhodes and Mr. Serrano here available. Mr. Rhodes is ready to go when you are.
All right, we're ready.
Let's go.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rhodes. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have a number of cases here that have been unresolved. I have appointed counsel for you for these charges. The worst ones are there's 3 counts of domestic battery, a count of violating a protective order, possession of drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, resisting arrest, interference. There's actually 3 counts of resisting arrest and some traffic matters. What I'd like to do is to see how these cases need to proceed. So as I mentioned, I appointed counsel. If you could ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout room, you can talk to your lawyer in private. It's Mr. Lilich.
Yeah, I got Mr. Litch. Can you put me in a breakout room?
No, leave those on.
Okay. Sorry.
All right.
Need it. There it is. Moving out.
Mr. Lilich?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for the opportunity to review this with my client. Your Honor, I believe that we have reached a plea agreement. There are a few points of clarification that I think we'll need to address.
Okay.
But I'm ready to summarize my understanding and point out those issues that I think need to be clarified.
Did you need to speak with the prosecutor a little bit before that, before explaining everything, or?
I anticipate the prosecutor can chime in, and
Okay.
I don't think there'll be a problem.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, Mr. Rhodes's understanding is that the plea agreement is that he will be pleading guilty to violation of a protective order, guilty to 2 counts of domestic battery, guilty to 1 count of resisting arrest, and that the remaining pending charges against Mr. Rhodes would be dismissed. It's his understanding that as part of the plea agreement, the city would be recommending, and this is a point of clarification, I think, for the prosecutor, would be recommending a total 90-day concurrent underlying sentence, and that after serving 2 of those 90 days in jail, that he'll be placed on supervised probation on the balance of that sentence for 1 year, on the condition that he have no contact with Amanda Frazier, that he obtain a domestic violence assessment, and that he follow the recommendations, and that he pay a total fine and court costs of $450. Your Honor, I think the points of clarification here are that whether or not that 90 days is concurrent on all these charges, and if Mr. Rhodes has advised me he's been in custody since around Halloween, and whether or not he gets credit for time served on those 2 days in jail.
Right. I do note that he's been in since October 29th.
Okay.
Yeah, I also know it appears that he's going to community corrections because they had the revocation hearing, and there's also a Lenexa hold on him as well.
Yes,
now. Okay.
And he told me about that. Perhaps Mr. Khalil can clarify the city's position on those points.
Right.
Judge, yeah, I meant for this to be a concurrent 90 days. And what was the other thing, Shane? It was credit for time served. I don't have any objection to the credit for time served, Your Honor.
Okay, then, Your Honor, then I believe we do have a plea agreement. Some other points, Your Honor, if I may. I have advised Mr. Rhodes that as a result of entering this plea today, it will be unlawful for him to own or possess a firearm while he is on probation. Mr. Rhodes has mentioned to me that he does have another hold from Johnson County, I believe, as the court pointed out, from Lenexa. He is concerned that if the court gives him a date today to check in with probation, that as a result of that hold, he may not be able to make that date. So he would ask for the court's latitude in scheduling. Your Honor, I've also advised Mr. Rhodes that his plea today could negatively impact his sentencing score under the Kansas sentencing guidelines, because it sounds to me like he has other issues. He understands that. He wishes to enter this plea despite that. And Your Honor, finally, I have told Mr. Rhodes that this is a plea agreement, that the court could potentially sentence him up to a year in jail or longer than that. And so he understands that there's a chance here that the court won't adopt the plea agreement. But Your Honor, respectfully, we would ask that the court do adopt the plea agreement as its final order. Mr. Rhodes has been in custody since late October, as the court pointed out, and that the court not only adopt the plea agreement, but set a date far enough out to give him time to pay the $450 that will be due, and hopefully set a date for him to report to probation that'll coincide with his Johnson County hold. Thank you.
Right, Mr. Rhodes, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
All right. And do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial on these matters? That the city has to prove you did these things. You don't have to prove anything. You understand that?
I understand.
By entering this plea, you're giving up that right to have a trial. Is that how you wish to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you know who your community corrections officer is at this time in
No, I do not,
Wyandotte?
because no, I do not, because when I get out of your guys' custody, I have to go to Lenexa, and then when I got to Lenexa, they want me to report to the third floor or the fourth floor. I'm pretty sure it's the third floor.
Mhm.
And then they'll assign me a officer then.
A person. Okay.
I
All
wonder
right.
if you guys can run that all concurrent, but I think Mr. Lilich said that that wasn't possible.
Right, no, we don't have any say in that part of it, but
Okay.
I was just curious if the person had been there when they had the revocation hearing, so I didn't know.
No,
Okay.
they don't know nothing about it yet. I don't know who my officer is yet, so as soon as I know who my officer is, I can let your guys in know.
Right, yes, that would be appreciated. All
But I
right.
don't know. But I just don't want to leave the next. Sorry for interrupting. I just don't want to leave the next step and then be like a bouncer ball going back and forth.
I don't want you to do that either. We don't want that, no. So here, my only question is, there will be that underlying 90-day sentence. He'll get credit for the time he served. Is it only in the Wyandotte County Jail, which it'll be about, maybe 30 days, give or take a few days?
Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm asking, the parties, Mr. Lilich and Mr. Cleo.
Your Honor, my understanding of the plea agreement is that he will get credit towards the 90-day underlying sentence for the time that he's spent in the Wyandotte County Jail.
Okay, all
That was
right.
my
Is that
understanding.
your understanding, Mr. Khalil?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure what I'm asking, Mr. Rhodes, is your sentence will be, and I don't disagree with the party's recommendation, a 90-day underlying sentence. You'll get credit for approximately 30 days,
Okay.
but you'll still have that 60 days kind of hanging over you for you to get these things done that I'm going to suggest that you have to do.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And I realize you may be having to report to more than one probation person. Now, I don't want you to get confused, but you're going to have to do that also. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. To the charges of violating a protective order, guilty or not guilty?
Does he?
To the 2 counts of domestic battery, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
To the 1 count of resisting arrest, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your pleas. All the other charges will be dismissed. We'll get that 90-day sentence. You'll be supervised by probation for 12 months here in the city. That's on the 2nd floor of City Hall. Okay. You'll be on probation for that 12 months. You're to have no contact with that Amanda Frazier. You're going to have a domestic violence assessment, and you got to follow their recommendations. You'll pay the fines and costs as set forth by Mr. Lilich, and you cannot own a firearm. Do you understand that?
I do understand that. I have one more question, if I could.
Sure.
Amanda Frazier, that's the mother of my kids, so no contact with her at all.
Okay. Well, there's a protection order in effect, and
Oh,
usually those are no contact.
okay.
Okay. And now that order was back in 2022. I don't know if it's still in effect,
Okay.
but right now we're going to go with no contact. All right.
I could do that.
If as things progress and things are happening, you can talk to your probation officer, and maybe that can be modified if the district court modifies their protection order. You
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, we will send over the paperwork to release you on our cases so that hopefully you'll be able to get to Lenexa and get all your jail time figured out.
Hopefully.
All
So
right.
when I leave the next, I just report to you guys. I won't go back and forth like a bouncy ball.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna go to the next year for you to report. That way, if you get out quickly, you can get everything taken care of and then just deal with us at the end.
Okay. I
So we're
appreciate
gonna
that.
go, excuse me, it's gonna be on a Thursday at 10 o'clock, because they're always on Thursday, and the paperwork we sent over will tell you that.
Okay.
All right. Um, it'll be January 16th at 10 o'clock.
January 16th at 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
it's like the third Thursday in January.
Okay. And if I'm
All
still
right.
in custody by then they can let you know.
I got my fingers crossed, okay, that you
Okay.
won't be. But our probation will check that too, okay?
They can check
They
it.
can let me
Definitely.
know that you may be still there,
Okay.
okay? But hopefully you'll be out. Also, we will, since we know you're gonna be, reporting to community corrections, we'll call them also to find out kind of what they're up to with
All
you,
right. All right. I
all
appreciate
right?
that. Yep.
Okay, all right, anything else?
That'll be it.
All right, well then that will conclude the hearing and I wish you good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right,
All right, so the paperwork will be sent over to the next head to do this.
well, it'll be sent over to the jail so that you'll be released on our stuff so the next kid can get you.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you. Have a good day, Your Honor.
you too.
Mr. Serrano next.
Judge Whitman on that Rhodes, he has two cases that are coming up December 2nd. What are they doing with those? That wasn't part of the plea.
Ah, all right, well, we'll deal with that in a minute.
Okay.
Let's deal with Mr. Serrano here. Did you guys hear that, Mr. Khalil?
I heard it, Your Honor. I'll take a look at it and make sure
All right.
that.
Yeah, I heard that too, Judge.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Serrano, I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court.
No, right.
You have some matters here that are unresolved.
Right.
And I was hoping to at least find out how they're going to proceed through our court. You have 2 counts of domestic battery, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, and it looks like maybe taking automobile without permission, something of that nature. They all stem from 2 different incidences, one February 20th and one February 8th of this year.
Okay.
I have appointed counsel for you. Mr. Lilich is here. I'm going to let you talk to him in private so we can figure out how we're going to proceed.
All right.
If you could ask the gentleman to put you in a breakout, you'll be able to talk to Mr. Lilich
Breakout.
privately. All right.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Litwell. Oh, wait, there's the jail. Yes, Mr. Lilich.
Your Honor, I appreciate the opportunity to review these cases with my client. I have reviewed the plea offer made by the city with Mr. Serrano. Mr. Serrano is inclined to accept the plea offer. However, he is on parole in another case, and he is uncertain as to whether or not a conviction in this case would result in him being revoked on that parole. Judge, I would note, my understanding is he's been in custody in the Wyandotte County Jail for about 8 days. I'd ask that the court take that into consideration and grant him an own recognizance bond today and schedule a court date and order him to appear in person for that court date, perhaps 2 weeks down the road, so that he can follow up with his parole officer and get some more clarification on that point.
Mr. Clear, what do you say on bond?
I wouldn't have an objection to an OR bond, Your Honor.
Okay, who is the victim in this case?
Is that Tina Dominguez, Your Honor?
Mr. Serrano, here's my only concern. You have failed to appear at least twice to come to court when you were ordered to come. So what compels me to let you out now?
I mean, I'm not going anywhere anyways right now. I still gotta wait on my parole officer to come let me know what's gonna happen, if I'm gonna go do a sanction or if I'm gonna get kicked back out.
Right. Because I would suspect it's more than this that is causing you strife if KDOC is interested. Are they coming to get you, or are they going to come just to talk to you?
Well, she has to come visit with me and let me know if I'm getting sanctioned or if she's gonna let me back out.
Okay.
And it's on her time, I guess. There's not
Right.
a certain day.
Right.
But for
What
the
I'll
time
do,
being, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be stuck here
right.
until.
Well, the kicker is letting you out then really isn't kind of a, I mean, it's not
And just recently, I was just talking to the guy that's running this.
Mhm,
Um, I tried to show up to court that day. I think it was on the 16th. I was supposed to go to court,
mhm.
and I didn't know what time I was supposed to be there. So I showed up as soon as the doors opened, and they automatically told me that I couldn't show up like that, and that I had to pay for a new court date.
Right.
So
Because you've had a parole hold. It's been going on for quite some time now. Because it looks like back in June, you had a parole hold. At some point, you were released in July.
yeah, I just been in and out.
In Lansing, you've been ping-ponging around.
Yeah. And I haven't really been able to get on my feet and get stuff going, taken
Right.
care of. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what makes you think that this time with KDOC they'll let you out?
I mean, I don't there's really not a reason why I shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? I only have a year left of post release.
Okay.
Um and for real, I had already asked my parole officer if I can just go ahead and do the whole backup, and she doesn't want to do that to me. She's wants me
Right.
to get out there and do what's right and
Gotcha.
follow proper procedures. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I totally get that. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I don't know when you're going to be let out. Okay.
Yeah, I don't either.
If you are, I'm going to set it for December 20th at 1 o'clock. That's a Friday.
Okay.
If you're still in, we'll visit like this.
All right.
All right. If you are not in if you're out roaming about, December 20th, you've got to be in the municipal court.
I'll be there.
At
You
1
said at
o'clock.
1 o'clock?
1 o'clock, we'll send over paperwork
Okay.
for that date. All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. If he does get out, who is the complaining witness on this that he needs to stay away from?
Tina Dominguez, Your Honor.
Tina Dominguez. Yeah, that's right. So if you are able to get out, you are to have no violent contact with Tina Dominguez. All right.
All right.
Okay. It's not saying you can't have contact with her, but just no violent contact. All right.
And see, that's the thing that I'm going through with right now. Like, that's the mother of my child, right?
Right.
And
I
my
understand.
my parole officer knows that too. And my parole officer already set a no contact order between me and my old lady just because she doesn't want anything to stem from this. So there's already they're already putting, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I just want you to know that's part of the deal, letting you out
All right.
as part of our letting you out. All right.
All right.
Okay.
I appreciate
All
it.
right. So, December 20th at 1 o'clock, and we'll visit again like this if you're still in.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
You guys have a good
All
day.
right. You also.
All right. I believe that's it. I think so.
Yes, hearing's
We're
over.
done, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Judge, just to point out, we have Marvin Miller again today, as you
Yes.
may know. Didn't go well last week.
No, but
I
I'm
have
hoping
him
today.
next.
I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Third
me
time's
too.
a charm.
I've got him next to last, and
Yeah.
do you mind, or you want to do him last, or just stick with my list?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
We'll-
let's not change anything.
Yeah,
And
we'll do what you got. Yeah.
very good. Okay, moving new pod, Fuentes, Funes, back soon.
Judge, are we gonna clean up roads at the?
Yeah, what are we doing, Mr. Cleo?
Judge, I was gonna just dismiss the remaining charges, Mr.
Yeah.
Rhodes. Those
Yeah,
were supposed to
especially
be part
since
of
he's
the
going to
plea.
community corrections. I mean, they're gonna really be
Yeah,
all over him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
so let's dismiss
Okay.
those remaining charges. I just didn't notice that they didn't get put in the attorney rack. Sorry about that, Judge.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you, John. No objection, Your Honor.
Yeah.
On that Serrano judge, is that a OR on the last
Yeah,
guy?
yeah, we
Okay.
can let him out. Yeah.
Okay.
Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Funes is here.
All right, thank you.
I got it right.
Hello, sir. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have a case here that is unresolved concerning a destruction of property charge. It happened October 4th of this year. I have appointed counsel for you. Mr. Lilich is here. I'm just trying to figure out how this case is going to proceed through our court. I'm going to let you talk to Mr. Lilich in private so we can figure this out. If you could ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you can speak with Mr. Lilich in private.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Lilich.
Thank you for that time, Your Honor. I have had the opportunity to review a plea offer made by the city with Mr. Funes. After much lament and thought, Mr. Funes is ready to accept the city's plea offer. Your Honor, it's my understanding that the plea agreement would be that Mr. Funes would be pleading to one count of criminal damage to property or destruction of property. In exchange for that plea, the city would recommend a 30-day jail sentence, that Mr. Funes get credit for time served. It's my understanding that he has been incarcerated in the Wyandotte County Jail since early October, and that the city would not be seeking any restitution, fine, or court costs. Your Honor, in discussing this case with Mr. Funes, he does have a pending felony matter. He's concerned about how this may possibly impact his criminal history score for that felony case. He tells me that he also has some ICE issues, and that he's concerned about how this conviction might impact that. Your Honor, I have advised him that I am not certain how this conviction might impact his criminal history score or any potential ICE hold. And I told him that generally I don't think this would have a significant impact on his criminal history score as a Class B misdemeanor. However, I don't know for sure. Your Honor, after that discussion and those caveats, my understanding is Mr. Funes would like to accept the plea. I have also pointed out to Mr. Funes that this court could sentence him up to 6 months in jail on this charge. Again, despite those caveats, he'd like to enter into the plea agreement. Your Honor, I'd ask that the court adopt it as its order, particularly since he's been in custody, about 45 days or so.
All right, all right. Sir, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes.
And it's my understanding you wish to plead to the, as charged, basically, to the B misdemeanor here in municipal court.
Yes.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial? The city must prove you did these things. You don't have to prove anything. But by entering the plea, you're giving up that right to have a trial. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. And as Mr. Lilich mentioned, it would add to your criminal history. However, it is a B misdemeanor. It's not a, and it's a non-person misdemeanor. So that also doesn't have as much an effect as if it was a person crime, like resisting arrest or battery or something like that. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. The lawyer that you have in the criminal matter over in district court, does he know about these charges here?
Your Honor, it's ma'am, and no,
Okay.
she's not.
She isn't aware of that.
No.
And that's fine because they, in the big scheme of things, they don't have anything to do with one another, but it does affect your criminal history. And I have no idea how it would affect any kind of deportation or anything like that with ICE. I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Knowing all of that, do you still wish to plead to the destruction of property or criminal damage to property?
Yes.
All right. I will accept your plea. I don't have any problems with the recommendation of the 30 days. You would get credit for time and therefore, and no fines or cost or restitution. Therefore, this case will be closed and final and you don't have to worry about it anymore. You have no obligation to this court.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right. If you don't have any other questions, that'll conclude the hearing.
No, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Well, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, you too.
Just checking, all done, Judge.
Correct.
Okay, moving James Kelly next. New pod, new floor. I'll be
All
back.
right.
On this next one on James Kelly, there's an attorney rec in there for the destruction of property, but nothing on the traffic tickets.
Are the traffic tickets the same guy?
The date of birth is the same.
Okay, I thought they were different. I'll get it updated and put it all in there
Okay,
and send it to Shane. Sorry about that.
okay.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Pardon me, Judge, just so you know, the deputy is doing something mandatory, but he knows I'm here, so it'll be a few more minutes.
Okay, sure.
Uh, Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Kelly's here.
All right. Hello, Mr. Kelly. I'm Judge Whitman with Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved matters here that I'm hoping that we can at least get moving and figure something out. You have a charge of destruction of property that occurred December 10th of last year. And then you have driving, traffic matters, driving while suspended, no registration, no insurance. This all happened August 1st of last year. I have assigned a lawyer for you, Mr. Lilich, who is here to discuss this case with you to figure out how we need to proceed. So if you would ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you'll be able to talk to your lawyer in private. All right, Mr. Lilich.
Third shifts.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer in this matter. I have reviewed it with Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly would like to accept that plea offer. It's his understanding that the plea agreement would be that he'd be pleading guilty to one count of no proof of insurance. In exchange for that plea, the city would move to dismiss.
Shane, that was a typo. Let me resend it to you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I put that in the wrong thing when I was making it.
okay.
I'll resend you an offer, sorry.
Okay. That was
Maybe,
that was
yeah,
the
why don't we go back out in the breakout?
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Kelly asked the gentleman put you back in a breakout.
sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's all right. Mr. Kelly, could you tell him to put you in a breakout again?
Breakout. Put me in a breakout again.
Conversation.
All right, Mr. Lilich.
Your Honor, I have received an amended plea offer from the city. I have reviewed that with Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly would like to accept that amended plea offer. His understanding of the plea agreement is that he's going to be pleading guilty to destruction of city property or criminal damage to property, and that in exchange for that plea, the city would move to dismiss his remaining pending charges. It's his understanding that the city would, as part of this plea agreement, would recommend a 30-day jail sentence, that he get credit for time served, and that the city is not seeking any restitution, fine, or court costs. Your Honor, I have discussed with Mr. Kelly that this plea and sentence could negatively impact his criminal history score under the Kansas sentencing guidelines. Despite that caveat and the fact that I did explain to him that he has an absolute right to have a trial on all these charges, he would ask that the court accept this plea agreement as its final order.
Mr. Kelly, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes, ma'am.
That you are wanting to plead to the destruction of property in exchange for the dismissal of all the other charges. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that the city must prove you did these things? You don't have to prove anything, but by entering the plea, you're giving up your right to a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So how do you plead to destruction of property?
Guilty, ma'am.
All right, I'll accept your plea. I'll dismiss all the other charges. I will agree with the recommendations, that 30-day underlying sentence, credit for the time served. I believe I've had, you've been in custody since August 10th of this year.
Or yeah, I thought it was 11th, but yeah, it's fine. 10th, 11th,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that will, close this case out because you've done everything. So you'll have no other obligation to this court.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I
All
appreciate that.
right.
Thank
Do
you.
you have any questions at all?
No, ma'am. No,
All
ma'am.
right. All right. Well, then we'll conclude the hearing and I wish good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah,
We're done, right?
done.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're done.
Okay, Judge.
It's the witching hour.
Yes, ma'am. I'll need a few extra minutes so we can double.
Sure.
I'm sure he's still on a double deputy thing, so I'll be back soon.
All right. Sounds good. All right. I'm gonna basically tell him if he does not participate, he's going to remain in jail. If he at least participates, then, I will definitely consider letting him out.
I'll do
Okay.
my best to have a productive conversation with him, Judge.
Yeah, I'm going to start out that way and we'll see how it goes because
Okay.
he's been in for a while now. So, but I can't, if he won't even participate here, how am I expecting him to come here?
That's true.
Yeah.
What can I
So-
say, Judge?
Yeah, nothing.
We should have switched him around. We should have done the other one first and made him be the last one because the other one only has one case.
Yeah, it'll be all right though. It'll be. Either way, we're on here for the duration.
Oh yeah.
All right, Judge, we are gonna do this through the feeder door.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll have a good signal. Doesn't seem like it. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. The video's lagging, but the audio seems to be. Mr. Miller, this is KTK Municipal Court.
All right,
All right,
Mr.
you're gonna need to
Miller.
come up here and talk, please.
Mr. Miller, I need you to participate. I want to let you out of jail, but I need you to participate in this hearing. Do you understand?
Today? Yes.
All right, I'm going to have you
Yes, I
talk
said yes.
with
Here, no.
Mr. Lilich, your lawyer, in the breakout room so that you can talk about these cases that are pending, all right?
Yes.
All right,
I understand, Judge.
I
okay,
understand,
so
Judge.
you go in the breakout room.
I'll be out today. I'll be
Talk
out
to your
today.
lawyer and we'll
We
discuss
don't know
that,
yet. Let me get
yes.
you to your. Yeah.
You're gonna, hey, Miller,
Just a second.
you're gonna try to figure it out, all right? Calm down. Okay, Judge, we're back.
Mr. Lilich?
Uh, Yes, Your Honor. The city has made a plea offer. In Mr. Miller's case, I have had the opportunity to review that with him. He has indicated to me he would like to accept that plea offer. Your Honor, I'm going to summarize my understanding of that. I have told Mr. Miller that as I'm summarizing my understanding of the plea agreement, that he should feel free to interrupt me if he has questions.
All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Miller's understanding is that he will be pleading guilty to the following charges: criminal damage to property, petty larceny or petty theft, battery of a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, criminal damage to property, 2 counts of interference with a law enforcement officer, and 1 count of assaulting an officer. It's his understanding that in exchange for that plea, the city will move to dismiss his remaining pending charges before this court. The city would recommend a 30-day underlying jail sentence concurrent on all those charges, and that he get credit for time served. Your Honor, I have explained to Mr. Miller that he has an absolute right to have a trial on all his pending charges. He has indicated to me that in lieu of trial, he wishes to enter into this plea agreement. Your Honor, he would ask that you adopt it as the order of this court. He has advised me that he has been in custody since October the 26th. I have estimated that if the court accepts this plea agreement, he should be released on November the 25th.
All right. Mr. Miller, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes.
All right. There's a number of charges you're pleading to. However, there's quite a few that are being dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
By entering these pleas, you're giving up your right to a trial. Do you understand that?
Uh, uh,
Would you repeat that last one, Judge?
Yeah.
Can't hardly hear y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all right. By entering the pleas to these charges, you're giving up your right to a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
By
Okay.
in understanding that, you still want to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
But can I say something?
Absolutely.
Can I get out before the 25th, like today? This is November.
Well, the plea offer is for 30 days.
I already been
And
in
so
here.
that would get you out, since you've been in since.
It's November Thanksgiving, regardless of
No,
Thanksgiving.
that's
Think
not
about it.
Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving month.
Yes, it is Thanksgiving month, but
Act like it.
Thanksgiving, sir, Thanksgiving isn't till until the 28th, so you'll be out for Thanksgiving.
So you want me to stay till the 25th?
Correct.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Is that okay?
All right. Yeah. So
Bye.
hang on. So
Yes, ma'am.
for the I'm gonna take it kind of in increments. Destruction of property, battery on a law enforcement, and resisting arrest. Do you plead guilty to those charges?
Judge, are you talking to us or?
I'm talking to Mr. Miller.
No, he terminated that. I apologize.
Okay, well then I don't know if he is going to plead.
After you.
He was going to get out before Thanksgiving. Did he understand that?
I think the jail's frozen.
Yeah, I see that. She's gonna get out, come back in. Are you back?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Mr. Miller terminated his participation right about the time you indicated getting out before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
He said that's fine, and he turned around and walked away.
all right.
I thought
Is
you might be
he,
done. I
but is,
apologize.
he won't, the problem is he won't get out before Thanksgiving unless we finish the hearing. Could you
Okay.
let him know that?
Okay. I'll get the deputy back. I'm gonna put you on mute and we'll proceed. Just a second,
Okay.
please.
I think we lost the jail all the way this time.
Yeah, here he's.
I'm
trying
waiting
to-
for to see if he's trying to get back in.
Yeah, he's in a, like a hole or something. How we coming?
Wow, you used the W word, witching hour.
Yes,
Okay, my Wi-Fi is not picking up there where we were at in front of his door at all. I don't know what's happened. I am down on a cable. It looks like I have a good signature. For him to come to me, we'll have to get another deputy.
okay,
I was trying to avoid. We were lucky enough by getting a signal up there and only one
Yeah.
deputy needed.
yeah,
If you please instruct me how you like to proceed.
right. If you can get him there, because we're inches away from getting this done.
We are. Okay. It'll take a few more minutes. We'll have to get out on the radio. So I will absolutely get that done.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, Judge, Mr. Miller's here.
Mr. Miller, we're almost there, all right? It's my understanding you're going to plead to 3 counts of destruction of property, 2 counts of petty larceny, 2 counts of interference, 1 count of battery on a law enforcement officer, 1 count of resisting arrest, and 1 count of assault on a law enforcement officer. All for that plea, the city is dismissing 24 charges. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right.
Good
And
evening.
how do you plead to these charges I just listed? Guilty or not guilty?
Plead guilty.
All right, I'll accept your plea and I will accept the recommendations. So the 30-day underlying sentence for those charges, no fines or costs, and you will be released on November 25th. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
All right,
Wow.
that'll conclude this hearing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate your
Good job, Mr. Miller.
participation.
Okay, and we still have one left.
One left.
I'm on the way. I'll be back.
Dorothy, I put notes in there on Mr. Miller. So now he is doing his sentence. He's not on a bond.
Okay,
And he is to be released November 25th at 22:20 hours, because that's when he went in.
okay.
Okay. No, what's Miss Davis charged with? I don't, my computer's spinning right now.
So's
You have it up?
mine. Mine's spinning too. I think it's trespassing. Hold on. Yeah, I can't. It's just mine spinning too. I
Yeah,
can't.
it's got,
Yeah, Your Honor, it's just one charge of trespassing.
okay, Mr. Miller broke our computer, apparently. Not spinning anymore, so we're good.
Okay, Judge, Miss Davis is here.
Thank you. Miss Davis, I'm Judge Whitman with Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have a case of trespass here that was unresolved. It happened back in July of 2022. I have appointed counsel for you in this matter. and I would like you to speak with him concerning how this case is going to proceed. So if you could ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you can talk to Mr. Lilich privately.
I don't hear anything. Oh, they're talking. Oh, okay.
Mr. Lilch, yes.
Yes, Your Honor, this, in Miss Davis's case, the city has made a plea offer. I've had the opportunity to review that with Miss Davis. Miss Davis would like to accept that plea offer. Your Honor, my understanding of the plea agreement is that she would be pleading guilty to 1 count of trespassing, and that in exchange for that plea, the city would recommend that she serve 10 days in jail and that the court grant her credit for time served. My understanding is that she has been in the Wyandotte County Jail for some 90 days. Ms. Davis has advised me she does have a pending felony. Your Honor, I have pointed out to her that if the court accepts this plea and finds her guilty today, that this potentially could negatively impact sentencing with respect to that felony. Although, based on what I know, I suspect there's a good chance it won't, but I have pointed out to her that it possibly could. Judge, after explaining to Ms. Davis that she does have a right to have a trial on this charge, she'd like to accept this plea agreement. I'd ask that you adopt it as the court's order.
Ms. Davis, did you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's my understanding you wish to plead to the charge of trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand by pleading that you give up your right to have a trial? Do you know
Yes, ma'am.
that?
Yes, ma'am.
So is it still your wish to plead to the trespass charge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And how do you plead to trespass, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your plea. I will agree with the recommendations of the 10 days. You will get credit for time served. You won't have any fines or costs, and you will have no other business before this court. You have no other obligations. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I wish you good luck in the rest of your endeavors. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Well, we didn't set a record for quickest or longest, but we did get through it.
We got it done.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
did.
You have a good weekend.
Good weekend, everybody.
See you all.
Bye.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
You too, John.
Thanks, Shane.